त्र्यम्बकं त्रिनेत्रकं शिवं ध्यात्वा दशभुजं शिवरक्षां पठेन्नर चरितं
Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So we will continue our discussion on a new series which I have just begun, which is on doing a composite analysis. Like the way on this channel I have already taught you the numerology, I have taught you the complete course on the palmistry, and I have taught you few principles of the astrology. Now what I am trying to do is that I am trying to give you guys a hint of the finding the correlation between these three things. Because let's say for example, if one event which is being predicted in someone's astrological chart, and if you will look at it from the subject of the numerology, you will not find any contradiction. Same is the case if you are going to find a strong sun in someone's astrological chart. So the same thing will be indicating, same thing will be promised in the person's palm as well. So this is which I am trying to do in this series, where all those people who have consulted me in the past, they have trusted me, they have provided their details to me. So just after taking their consent, I am just showing you guys the correlation between these three signs in those particular people's life. So the case study which we are going to discuss today is of a very young guy, 22, 23-year-old. So this person, when he got in touch with me, he was just got through with his graduation, and he was in this confusion that whether he should continue his existing line, because he at that point of time, this person had completed his B.Tech, and he was just confused that whether engineering is meant for him or he should divert his line to the marketing, to the MBA. So he has this knack of being on the side of the creativity, art, marketing. So he just somehow got in touch with me, and now I'm just going to present you his strength, his weaknesses, because in this playlist we are not going to do any kind of predictions. This this playlist is just devoted to do the first of all the personality analysis, and second of all finding a common loop in all these three sciences. So as you can see in your screen, that first we will start with the assessment of the numerological chart of this person. So the first thing is that this person has got his life path number as the 2. Now like the way I say, life path number gets calculated from your complete birth details. This number is fixed, this number cannot be changed, because you cannot change your date of birth, month of birth or the year of birth. Life path number just tells about the reason of your birth, what lessons you need to learn in this lifetime, what all you need to evolve in this lifetime, where you have to reach in this lifetime. So the life path number 2 just tells about, just because this is a number which is being governed by the moon, which is a number of spirituality, peace, diplomacy. So all these things would remain to be a part of this person's life. Second thing is the destiny number, which gets calculated from the complete name itself. Now the destiny number, by calculating it, we got the number as the number 9. Now 9 is a number which is being governed by the planet Mars. 9 is a number which is about the selflessness, it's a number of the charity, philanthropy, humanitarianism, selfless service to the humanity, and most importantly, this number is also a number of the great artistic and the creative talents. 3 is a number which is being governed by the Jupiter, which also represents creativity, optimism. 6 is a number which is being governed by the Venus, which is all about the appreciation for the beauty. But when it comes to the energy of this number 9, it's all about the divine grace infusing all kind of these talents in you. So destiny number, which gets calculated from your name, this number just generates all these kind of energies all around the person, the surrounding environment the person is living in, the kind of opportunities he's going to invite in his lifetime. And the best part is that the destiny number tells about how you are destined to express yourself in this lifetime. So the number 9 is a very positive sign. The third thing is, when I tried figuring out the soul urge number of this person, which gets calculated from the presence of the total vowels in the name. Now why vowels? Because while pronouncing them, your vocal cords do not face any kind of obstruction, which just tells about that your inner self is expressing itself without facing any kind of obstacle. And with the soul urge number as the 6, it's a number which is all about domestic grace, faithfulness, loyalty. So this is what this person's soul urge number is. And when it comes to the personality number, this number which just tells about the way you will be seen in this world, the way you will be identified or recognized in this world. Once you step out of your door, what people outside are thinking of you, that we get to know from the personality number, which is number 3, which just tells about that the person will be seen as very cheerful, very optimistic person. This is what this person's aura will going to be. Now shifting to this person's astrological chart, now we have to make a common loop, common sync. So the very first thing is that this person has got a, he has his ascendant as the Leo. When I tried looking at his nakshatras, so I've what I find out that his ascendant is in the Purva Falguni nakshatra. Now Purva Falguni is a nakshatra which is being governed by the Venus, which is also about the art and the creativity. Sun, which is present in the ascendant in its own sign, which is just giving and infusing all kind of strength in the ascendant only. Sun, which is also about the recognition, which is all about the the light, the dynamism, getting the support from the government, being self-independent. So there are so many things which can be seen, but the best part is that the ascendant is getting strong. Though the weak side is that whenever the sun is so strong in the ascendant, it can give you some kind of baldness and hair getting removed much before the time. But apart from that, all kind of energetic, dynamism, good talents, support from the government, all these things would remain to be the areas where person will get benefited. And I've already explained the sun has become more strengthened, more strong, because it is sitting in its own nakshatra. Sun, when I looked at his chart, I got to know that sun is in the Uttara Falguni nakshatra. Next thing, the good part about this person's in his Lagna chart is that his Mercury is exalted in the second house. Second house, which is the house of virtues, values, early childhood environment. Second house is also of the finances, assets. So there the Mercury exalted is infusing all kind of good talents where the handling of the finance is involved, good arbitrary skills. So all these things are where this person is going to excel. And the best part is that when I try to look at the position of the 10th house, from where we see, we get little bit idea about the public self, the karma bhav, about the profession. So the 10th lord has gone to the 3rd house. So first of all, Venus, which is the Dashmesh, which is the 10th lord, has gone to the 3rd house in its own sign. It is strong over there. Rahu has the tendency of, kind of expanding all the qualities of which wheresoever it is being sitting, it is being disposited in the chart, and the Jupiter is also placed over there. The best part is that the 3rd house is also the house of journalism, is also the house of media, apart from your potential, your courage, and so many other things. So there also I got a little bit of the idea about the strengthened qualities of the Venus. Now in the 7th house you can see that Saturn is strengthened in its own sign, is strong. And whenever the Sun and Saturn are like placed just opposite to each other, this just tells about the person will remain ultra caring and ultra, concerned about the concern of those two opposite houses. So he might remain very much concerned about his wife as well, his partnership aspect as well. And if you'll see the moon, the placement of the moon, so moon has gone to the 6th house, which tells about so many things. 6th house is the house of the enemies, debts, difficulties. But 6th house is also the house of the subordinates, of the service, of the healing. And the best part is that moon there is sitting in the nakshatra of Uttara Ashada. Now Uttara Ashada is also one more nakshatra which is being ruled by the sun. So you can fairly see. Now why I brought this case study in front of you guys is that the Venus prospect we have figured out that is strong. And second thing is, the only thing which is being very strong and coming out very loud is the strengthened placement of the sun. Sun is in the Lagna, in its own sign, in its own nakshatra. Even the moon is also present in the sun's nakshatra. So which is just in kind of reinforcing the qualities and the signification of the sun in this particular chart. And if we have to look at the palm of this person, so first of all, like the way I always say, your analysis should always begin with the overall structure of the hand. Getting down to the lines is something which we do at a very later stage. So by looking at the palm, first of all, just notice the fingertips. The fingertips are of the spatulate shape, which just tells about the energy and the dynamism. Second thing is, again guys, notice over here, the ring finger has gone so long as compared to the index finger, which is also telling about the increased signification of the sun. again, one more thing, if we have to get down to the palm lines, there's assessing the palm lines, so you can fairly see a very immaculate and a very prominent sun line, because like the way I always say, you could not have a better sun line than a single vertical deep sun line. And if you even notice, the best part here is that the sun line is originating from the heart line from a triangle, which is also giving this hint that if heart line tells about the emotions, the sentiments, the sun line tells about the reputation, brilliance, recognition, and it is originating from the triangle. So this just also tells about that the person has the talent, has a strong tremendous potential to gain and to earn and to learn from his artistic and the creative talents as well. Now the other prominent signs in the palm is that the person has got a ring of Solomon. Ring of Solomon on the mount of Jupiter just tells about two things. First of all, strengthened qualities of the Jupiter. Second thing, it also tells about that a person has got a very probing mind, person is also very spiritual. And you can fairly see, whenever there is a gap between the headline and the lifeline, this just tells about the person is dynamic, person is confident, he knows how to express himself in the best of the condition. And like the way I have already explained that if ascendant is strong, ascendant, the first thing which it tells about is the good health prospects, and you can fairly see the condition of the lifeline, which is so immaculate, which is so strong, so which is also giving this hint about a good vitality, a robust health as well. And you can fairly see the fate line by merging with a branch from the lifeline is heading towards the mount of Jupiter, which is also giving this hint that the person will rise to a good strengthened position in his life. So this is how analysis is done. Like the way I always say, you should always keep your doors open, your the windows of your brain open in order to receive and remain receptive towards gaining knowledge and gaining insight from all the aspect of the different mystic sciences. Then only you are going to land to a single line, a very solid foolproof prediction which can give great guidance to someone who has come to you while going through all kind of confusions in the life. So many and many more case studies we are going to discuss on this channel. If you guys also want me to do these kind of case studies of your life in the form of your palm, your astrological chart or your numerological details, you can just share your details on my my Gmail ID, and I will definitely pick out some good random details, and I'm going to do the analysis on this channel, on this playlist only. So this is all what I wanted to say as my take on one more this composite analysis. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on mystic sciences, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks. Chidananda Rupa Shivo